Hello. The topic of today's video is how a woman's prayer is not prioritized as much as a man's prayer in Pakistan. I'm Mimi and I'm from Karachi, Pakistan, and a few days ago I went to the markets and there were these two couples. So usually I go to the market after Maghrib because Isha is something that you can pray till 12 a.m. But other prayers you might miss because you're in public, because there are no places for prayer for women. So when a man goes out with his woman, and so I see these two couples in the market, and the Isha prayer is proclaimed from a nearby mosque, and so the man makes his wife sit on like a shop, and he goes to pray. So my question is, okay, a woman is just sitting there. I mean, she has to pray as well, right? And a man who finds his prayers very important, it's so accessible and so easy for him to just go to a mosque and perform his prayers and then get back and then continue shopping with his wife. But for a woman, she does not have a place to pray. In a Muslim country, a city in a Muslim country, there are mosques all over the place. There's like 5 mosques around my house. Whenever the prayer is proclaimed, it is proclaimed from all sides of the city, right? Every other block there's a masjid. But the thing is that not a single one of them accommodates women. They are all like multiple floors, air conditioning, marble tiles, super fancy and everything, but not a single one of them has place for a woman to pray. So, and their argument is the fact that women should pray at home. Now just imagine, you're in the middle of a journey and you're running late and you know that by the time you reach your house, you will miss your prayer. So you just want a place to complete, offer your prayer and then continue on with your journey, because you know that you're gonna miss it if you wait for yourself to reach home. But you're not able to do that because the only places that are possible for praying are for men. Many times I have found myself in situations where we are on a journey and my dad, he stops the car, he pulls over to the side and he says, okay, I'm gonna go pray and you guys wait in the car. And it boils my blood because my prayer was also getting late, right? I had to pray as well, but only my dad had the opportunity to pull over and go and pray in the masjid. I did not have that opportunity. My prayer was missed just because I live in a Muslim country where the mosques are not for women. The audacity, the expectations that a woman's prayer and she's outside is not important. It's not prioritized. My father prioritized all prayers, but for him, it's even the thought of having a woman to pray in a masjid does not come. My whole life, it has been cursed for me to step into a masjid. I have yet to have seen what a mosque looks like on the inside in Pakistan. A few months ago, I went for Umrah. That was the first time in my life I offered a congregational prayer. And I did not know how it was supposed to be offered, so I was hella confused. In the day prayers, the imam does not say the surahs, and so I was just standing there thinking that okay, the imam would recite the surahs, and they just immediately go for ruku. They don't stop for the surah, and I'm just standing there dumbfounded because nobody told me that. I mean, men, in my life, the men, they have been praying all the time, congregational prayers in the masjid, and it was my first time I ever listened to the Friday sermon. It was the first time I had ever prayed in a masjid. I've ever stepped inside of a masjid, and it absolutely baffled me. I mean, there were other women from other countries there, like Indonesia or Arab or Egypt or other places. They were used to this because they had masjids in their country that accommodated women. So it is my deepest request for even if you can't if you think that a woman, most women pray at home, right? So that's probably why because of the minority of women that can't that have to pray outside. Because of that, the masjids don't accommodate women. They don't have a female area. Even though if it's just one woman praying there, they still should have a whole area separated for them. But even if you can't get a heart to do that, just give us a small room, okay? A small room that would accommodate 30 women, and then we just just like, like two fans. Because like when I was in Saudi Arabia, like we stopped at the petrol pump. We were on a road trip to Riyadh, and we stopped at the petrol pump, and the men, they got out and they went to pray. Like there was a prayer section. So I was, naturally, because of that's what's been fed into my culture, is that the woman waits in the car while the man goes out to pray. When you're in the middle of a journey, that's what happens. And so, but then one of my people that, like, they live, like one of the women that has been living in Saudi Arabia for a lot of years, she tells me, okay, let's go pray. And I'm like, we, like, a woman can also pray? And like, why would a petrol station, like in my country, even masjids don't have places for women to pray. So why would a petrol station have accommodation for a woman to pray, right? But they did. It was like a tiny room and like a basin to, like, do wudu. And it was like a tiny room with like two fans and like a few chairs for the people who can't pray on the floor. And like, it's the effort, okay? It's just the effort. Like, it's just like this little of an effort that it takes to just create a small room with like a few chairs and two fans and a carpet. That's it. I cannot stress this enough, how much it is needed, because of the prayers that I have missed just because I was in the middle of a journey or I was stuck in traffic and I could not offer my prayer. It's absolutely baffling. And I just, please, to anybody, like, if you're building a mosque, if you have the authority to build a mosque, if you're designing a mosque, whatever you're doing, just please, can we have like mosque that accommodate women? Like, please, like, there's like multiple floor, like, big enormous masjids all over like my city, and they're all for men, just men. And it's really annoying. In Ramadan, some masjids accommodate tarawih for women. Other than that, many don't even do that, and it's really annoying.